Good morning, everybody. Let me at the outset wish you all a happy Independence Day. Thank you for making it convenient to join in the celebrations today. As you know, the event is being live streamed on the Embassy's YouTube channel. I'll quickly take you through the program we have planned for today. Mr. S. Kovanthan, Charge d'Affaires, will be reading out the President's address to the nation on the occasion of the 74th Independence Day of India, and will also be giving you an overview of the initiatives and developments in India and on India-Brazil relations. Prime Minister of India has also addressed the nation today. Glimpses of the Prime Minister's address, as also about the developments in the last 1 year since the abrogation of Article 370 in Jammu and Kashmir, will be shown in a short movie clip which we have prepared for you. Following the address by Mr. Kovanthan, prizes will be given away to the winners of the online quiz competition and the essay competition which the Embassy had organized, and announce the winners of the essay writing competition. I now invite Mr. S. Kovanthan to come up and address the gathering. Thank you.
My dear fellow citizens, Namaskar. It gives me a great pleasure to greet all the people of India living in the country and abroad on the eve of the 74th Independence Day. August 15 fills us with the excitement of unfurling the tricolor, taking part in celebrations, and listening to patriotic songs. On this day, the youth of India should feel the special pride of being citizens of a free nation. We gratefully remember our freedom fighters and martyrs whose sacrifice have enabled us to live in an independent nation. We are fortunate that Mahatma Gandhi became the guiding light of our freedom movement. His quest for equality and justice is the mantra of our republic. Dear fellow citizens, the celebrations of Independence Day this year will be rather restrained. The reason is obvious. The World Conference a deadly virus which has disrupted all activities and taken a huge toll. It has altered the world we lived in before the pandemic. With our committed efforts, we have succeeded in containing the magnitude of the pandemic and saving a large number of lives. The nation is indebted to the doctors, nurses, and other health workers who have been continuously on the forefront of our fight against this virus. Unfortunately, many of them have lost their lives battling the pandemic. They are our national heroes. Dear fellow citizens, the poor and daily wage earners are the worst hit by the pandemic. In order to support them through this phase of crisis, virus containment efforts have been supplemented by welfare interventions. By introducing Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana, the government has enabled crores of people to earn their livelihood and mitigate the impact of jobless, dislocation, and disruption caused by the pandemic. The needy are being given free food grains so that their family, no family goes hungry. Committed to taking care of our people stranded anywhere in the world, the government has brought more than 1 million Indians under the Vande Bharat mission. We have been at the forefront in evolving regional and global strategies for an effective response to the pandemic. The overwhelming support India got at the elections of the non-permanent seat of the United Nations Security Council is a testimony to the goodwill we enjoy internationally. Dear fellow citizens, our brave soldiers laid down their lives defending our borders. Those worthy sons of Bharat Mata lived and died for national pride. The entire nation salutes the martyrs of Galwan Valley. I believe that in the fight against COVID-19, life and livelihood both are essential. Landmark reforms have been introduced in agriculture sector. Now, farmers can have barrier-free trade and get the best price for their produce anywhere in the country. Dear fellow citizens, we have learned some tough lessons in the year 2020. The invisible virus has demolished the illusion that human being is the master of nature. I believe it is still not too late for humanity to correct its course and live in harmony with nature. The pandemic, like climate change, has awakened the global community to our shared destiny. In my view, human-centric collaboration is more important than economic-centric inclusion in the present context. The greater this challenge, the better it will be for the humanity. The second lesson is that we are equal before Mother Nature and we primarily depend on our fellow residents for survival and growth. The third lesson is about augmenting health infrastructure. The fourth lesson relates to science and technology. The pandemic has highlighted the need to accelerate developments in science and technology. Officers of the Government of India and of the state governments have been extensively using virtual interface to discharge their functions. With a view to providing futuristic education to our children and youth, the central government has decided to implement the National Education Policy. I am confident that with the implementation of this policy, a new quality education system will be developed, and this will transform the future challenges into opportunities, paving the way for a new India. The National Education Policy spells a long-term vision with far-reaching impact. It will strengthen the culture of inclusion, innovation, and institution in the sphere of education. Imparting education in the mother tongue has been given emphasis in order to help young minds grow spontaneously. This will strengthen Indian languages as well as the unity of the country. Dear fellow citizens, when India won freedom, many predicted that our experiment with democracy will not last long. They saw our ancient traditions and rich diversities as hurdles in the democratization of our polity. But we have always nurtured them as our strength that makes the largest democracy in the world so vibrant. India has to continue playing its leading role for the betterment of humanity. We have a lot to offer to the global community, especially for intellectual and spiritual enrichment and promotion of world peace. With this spirit, I offer a prayer for the well-being of one and all. May all be happy, may all be free from illness, may all see what is auspicious, may no one come to grief. I would like to highlight certain important developments that have taken place in the country in the recent past. First, making of a self-reliant India. India is now far integrated into the world than ever before, which enable it to take advantage of continued innovations around the world. Prime Minister Modi's call for Atmanirbhar Bharat, a self-reliant India, endeavors to make India a global manufacturing hub and to integrate global demand and supply chains. Two, a strong and committed armed forces. The Indian armed forces have a long and proud tradition of professionalism, discipline, and resolute defense of India's sovereignty and territorial integrity. India's military strength counts almost the top among the nations of the world. The Indian armed forces strive for excellence and operate contemporary equipments as manifested in the recent induction of Rafale multi-role fighters in the Indian Air Force. India's military remains committed to preserve the peace and stability while determined to deter any misadventure against its national interests. 3. Jammu and Kashmir on the path of development. It has been a year since abrogation of Article 370 of the Indian Constitution that led to the complete integration of Jammu and Kashmir with the rest of the country. Since then, the people of Jammu and Kashmir have started enjoying equal rights like any other Indian citizen. During the last 1 year, a broad-based development agenda is being adopted and implemented in J&K. From energy to education, health to horticulture, IT to infrastructure, sports to tourism, J&K has witnessed prosperity and development. Militancy is now on the back foot, and our armed forces are committed to bring peace in the valley. 4. A responsible global power. Being the founding member of UN, India will be entering the United Nations Security Council for the 8th time in 2021-2022, and India's work will be guided by the 5 S's, in the words of Prime Minister Narendra Modi: Samman, respect; Samvad, dialogue; Sahyog, cooperation; Shanti, peace; and Samriddhi, prosperity. India is poised to play an important role in the rebalancing of the global order that will reflect contemporary realities with a reformed multilateralism. The rising global stature of India has been recognized and reaffirmed by the global community. Hence, it is undoubtedly clear that there is a global optimism towards India. This is because India offers a perfect combination of openness, opportunities, and options. The rise of India means a rise in trade opportunities with a country that you can trust, a rise in global integration with increasing openness, a rise in your competitiveness with access to a market which offers scale. मैं एक और बार फिर आप सबको 74वें स्वाधीनता दिवस की बधाई देता हुए आप सबके अच्छी स्वास्थ्य एवं सुंदर भविष्य की कामना करता हूं। धन्यवाद। जय हिंद।
Thank you, sir. I'll now invite Mr. Kobantan and Mrs. Vibhuti Singh to come on stage to give away the prize and certificate to the winners, please. You can be there, sir will stand. You can be there. For the online quiz competition, we had about 24 participants, of which 4 of them have tied with 8 points each. The following have been adjudged the winners of the quiz contest, which we have done online. I now invite Mr. Kovind, he's here already. I'll call the names of winners, so please step forward and receive your prize and certificate. Third prize, Ms. Sandhya Dondial. Sandhya ji, you can be in the center and you can take a photograph. Don't miss this opportunity. Thank you. The competition was so fierce, so we had to come up with another prize. The second, third prize is given to Mr. Peter Rodriguez. Thank you, Peterji. The second prize goes to Ms. Neha Singh. Thank you, Nehaji. The proud first prize goes to Mr. Sushant Behera. Congratulations, winners. For the essay writing competition, following have been chosen winners. Mrs. Manjulata Sharma, first prize, she is from Rio de Janeiro. Ms. Laila da Silva Lima, second prize from São Paulo. Ms. Fernanda Guimarães Silva, third prize from Belo Horizonte. As you can see, unfortunately, none of them could attend the event today as they are from other states of Brazil. Congratulations, winners, if you are tuning in. Now I would like to call up, the embassy also takes this opportunity to recognize and commend the services of a couple of individuals who have made useful contribution by dedicating their time and talent for the embassy. First, I would like to call upon Professor Reva Garg. Ma'am. The Certificate of Appreciation plaque reads, in recognition of our outstanding contribution to the teaching and promotion of Hindi language in Brazil. Thank you, Mrs. Garg. Another Certificate of Appreciation plaque is given to Mr. Abhishek Singh, teacher of Indian culture in the embassy. This is in recognition of his dedication and outstanding contribution to the promotion of yoga in Brazil. Thank you, Mr. Abhishek. Thank you, Mr. Koventan and Ms. Vibhuti Singh. You may take your seats now. I would like to inform our guests that as part of the Independence Day celebrations, the embassy has arranged special talk shows by eminent personalities, which will be broadcast on the embassy YouTube and Facebook pages on 15th August. The time and topics are as follows. 1600 hours, Ms. Gloria Herrera, Padma Shri Awardee, head of Vidya Mandir Rio, on the values of the civilization of India and its relevance in contemporary world. That will be in Portuguese. That will be broadcast on our YouTube and Facebook channel at 1600 hours today. Then Dr. Dilip Londoy, Indologist based in Rio, on Indian civilizational values and concepts of truth, compassion, and non-violence. That's again in Portuguese. That will be broadcast at 1800 hours. Then Dr. Shobhana Radhakrishnan, Chief Functionary of the Gandhian Forum for Ethical Corporate, New Delhi. That's at 2000 hours today on Gandhi Katha, Mahatma Gandhi's philosophy on truth, non-violence, and wellness in English. I would request you to watch them and also share the links of the talks with your Brazilian friends and others for video publicity as they speak of the essence of India and the timeless values it espouses. Now we'll play the video of the Prime Minister's address and on the short video on Jammu and Kashmir.
लेह लद्दाख करगिल जम्मू कश्मीर एक क्षेत्र एक प्रकार से इस क्षेत्र को एक वर्ष पूर्व 370 से आजादी मिल चुकी है। एक साल पूरा हो चुका है। ये एक साल जम्मू कश्मीर के एक नई विकास यात्रा का बड़ा महत्वपूर्ण पड़ाव है। ये एक साल वहां महिलाओं को, दलितों को मूलभूत अधिकारों को देने वाला कालखंड रहा है। ये हमारे शरणार्थियों को गरिमापूर्ण जीवन का भी एक साल रहा है। विकास का लाभ गांव और गरीब तक पहुंचाने के लिए बैक टू विलेजेस जैसे विशेष अभियान चलाए जा रहे हैं। आयुष्मान योजना को बेहतरीन तरीके से आज जम्मू कश्मीर लद्दाख के क्षेत्र में उपयोग किया जा रहा है। मेरे प्यारे देशवासियों, लोकतंत्र की मजबूती, लोकतंत्र की सच्ची ताकत हमारी चुनी हुई स्थानीय इकाइयों में है। हम सभी के लिए गर्व की बात है कि जम्मू कश्मीर में स्थानीय इकाइयों के जनप्रतिनिधि सक्रियता और संवेदनशीलता के साथ विकास के नए युग को आगे बढ़ा रहे हैं। मैं उनके वहीं के सभी पंच सरपंचों को हृदय से बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूं विकास यात्रा में उनकी सक्रिय भागीदारी के लिए। जम्मू कश्मीर में डिलिमिटेशन की प्रक्रिया चल रही है। सुप्रीम कोर्ट के निवृत्त न्यायमूर्ति के नेतृत्व में डिलिमिटेशन का काम चल रहा है और जल्दी से डिलिमिटेशन का काम पूरा होते ही भविष्य में वहां चुनाव हो, जम्मू कश्मीर के एमएलए हो, जम्मू कश्मीर के मंत्रीगण हो, जम्मू कश्मीर के मुख्यमंत्रीगण हो, नई ऊर्जा के साथ विकास के मार्ग पर आगे बढ़े। इसके लिए देश प्रतिबद्ध भी है और प्रयासरत भी है।
सारे बच्चे मतलब खुश हैं इस चीज़ से कि गवर्नमेंट ने हमको ये चीज़ दी है।
हम इतने खुश हैं कि हमने पहली बार लाइट देखी है।
हमारे लिए खुशकिस्मती है कि इस साल हमें नए कॉलेज मिले।
Over the past year, the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir has witnessed a development-oriented and people-centric governance system. Over 100 progressive central laws and 9 constitutional amendments were made applicable to Jammu and Kashmir, extending certain basic rights for the benefits of the people. Residents of Jammu and Kashmir are now benefiting from reservation in all government jobs.
जम्मू कश्मीर में पहली बार वहां के गरीब सामान्य वर्ग को आरक्षण का लाभ मिला। पहली बार जम्मू कश्मीर में महिलाओं को ये अधिकार मिला कि वे अगर राज्य के बाहर विवाह करती हैं तो उनकी संपत्ति छीनी नहीं जाएगी।
For the first time in the history of J&K, elections to the position of chairpersons of block development councils were held in October 2019, which saw an impressive turnout.
जो गवर्नमेंट ने बीडीसी इलेक्शन कराने का ये पहली दफ़ा हमारे जम्मू कश्मीर में हो रहा है। इससे पहले बीडीसी इलेक्शन कभी नहीं हुआ है।
औरतों को बहुत ज़रूरी है, उनको मिलना चाहिए, बहुत ज़रूरी है। मैं हर घर का मुझे पता किसको क्या है। ये अच्छा कदम है कि करेंगे काम हम।
We, the subscribers up to this declaration,
With the motto,
hereby
of the commoners, by the commoners and for the commoners. In March 2020, Syed Altaf Bukhari, former finance minister of J&K, launched a new political party under the name of Jammu and Kashmir Apni Party. Bringing development to the people has been the motto. Several languishing projects across different sectors have been accelerated. With the deadline of December 2021 for the construction of a crucial railway bridge for Katra-Benihal railway stretch, Kashmir has moved closer to the Indian Railways network. To ease mobility in rapidly growing metropolitan areas, an elevated light rail system in both capital cities of Jammu and Srinagar has been approved. 36 union ministers visited J&K in January 2020, during which over 200 projects were inaugurated. Rural electrification projects have connected tens of thousands of households for the first time to the electricity grid.
हमारे गांव में पहली बार लाइट आई है। हम इतने खुश हैं, जहां के लोग काफी ज्यादा खुश हैं कि हमने पहली बार लाइट देखी है।
Government schools in the Srinagar district have been transformed and are equipped with modern facilities.
पहले ये सब कुछ नहीं था हमारे स्कूल में। सारे बच्चे मतलब खुश हैं इस चीज़ से कि गवर्नमेंट ने हमको ये चीज़ दी है।
Today, dreams of the youth have been brought to their doorsteps. To boost employment and encourage entrepreneurship among the technically qualified youth, J&K government is coming up with 2 IT parks, one each in Jammu and Srinagar. A government medical college has been inaugurated in Kathua and another medical college is announced in Handwara. 2 new All India Institute for Medical Sciences are also coming up, catering to super speciality healthcare in J&K.
जैसे कि इसकी बात है नए मेडिकल कॉलेज की, गवर्नमेंट मेडिकल कॉलेज अनंतनाग जो इसी साल सेटअप हुआ है साउथ कश्मीर में अनंतनाग में, ये एक बहुत ही बड़ा फ़ायदा है हमारे लिए, बहुत ही ज़्यादा हम बयान नहीं कर सकते कितना बड़ा फ़ायदा है।
आज यहाँ आके हमारे कॉलेज का इनॉग्रेशन था, बहुत अच्छा लगा। हमारे लिए खुशकिस्मती है कि इस साल हमें नए कॉलेज मिले।
Highlighting the untapped potential of J&K, the government organized a pre-summit meeting of the J&K Invest Summit in New Delhi to attract investments from across the world. These events showcased policy and regulatory environment, investment opportunities in focus sectors to boost manufacturing and employment generation in the UT. Also, investment roadshows were held across 6 metropolitan cities in India. Did you know that Kashmir is famous for its apple cultivation? Kashmiri apple is a major export from the region. Under a new scheme, apples are now being directly procured from farmers.
मुझे लगता है कि ये अच्छी स्कीम है, इससे हमें किसान और ग्रोवर को यहाँ पे अच्छा फायदा मिलेगा।
Kashmiri saffron has now been given a geographical indication, GI tag. Under an action plan, Kashmiri saffron cultivation, storage and processing is being promoted. Creating opportunities to shine at the national and international stage, sport activity is being actively promoted among the youth through quality infrastructure such as sports stadiums at various locations in J&K. In March 2020, Khelo India Winter Games were held in Kashmir, where hundreds of participants from across the country took part in various sporting events such as skiing, snowboarding, snowshoeing, snow baseball, etc.
तो आज जो यहाँ पे खेलो इंडिया हो रहा है एक बड़ा इवेंट है, एक अच्छा प्लेटफॉर्म मिल रहा है स्टेट्स को, एक जो भी यहाँ पे एथलीट्स हैं उनको अच्छा प्लेटफॉर्म मिल रहा है खेलो इंडिया में.
In January 2020, almost 10,000 people watched the I-League football match between Real Kashmir Football Club and Mohan Bagan in Srinagar's DRC turf ground.
Well, that was a lovely video, though many of you would not have visited Kashmir, but here's a glimpses of the new Kashmir. On behalf of the Embassy of India, I once again thank all of you for making it convenient to attend and for strictly following the pandemic protocol. We are happy to see that many of you have seen with interest the special stand days announcing the various special initiatives of the Government of India, which they have recently announced and which we have put up for your information. We have arranged packed takeaway snacks for you, which you may like to enjoy in the comforts of your house. We say this because the Embassy cares. Thank you again. Stay safe. Jai Hind.